Welcome to another episode of Reseller Evolution. I'm Scott.
I'm Carl.
How's it going, Carl?
Pretty good.
Good. Like really good? You sound a little.
No,
Oh,
well, I got a lot going on. It's like every week there's lots going on. So,
all right.
no,
What's
good.
going on?
I want to thank Jamie though, because he was on a couple of episodes ago,
Yeah.
and he said to put a sale on my store.
Yeah.
So I put it, and he said you could put a sale on just like up to a certain date of age stuff. So I did that, and I've been getting lots of sales.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
and they're definitely because of the sale. Well, I'd say half is definitely because of the sale.
So what amount did you put on for sale?
Just 10%.
Oh, really?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it just kind of brings your store to life then.
yeah, well, I can't. I've had. It's funny because like everyone says, "Oh, this week's been bad," and other people say this week's great. Well, this is my time to say, "Oh, this last 2 weeks have been great." You know what I mean?
Oh, good. Good.
So yeah, I'm happy with that, and it's definitely because of the sale. So no, that's good. On the other hand, the booth, I had one of the worst Sundays I think in 4 or 5 months.
I'm gonna say, dude, it is the time of year.
Yes.
That's what I think, because this has not been a great month for me as well. As far as the booth, I think I said this to you just a few minutes ago, actually, but I'm going to chalk it up more to like 1 week and a weekend, which really hurt the month. But so I think your booth situation might be just we're all feeling it this time of year. This.
Yeah. No,
I think Jamie sort of hinted towards that his last time on too. So
yeah. So it's funny because there were a lot of people there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but my sales were half. Like it was 165, and lately I've been doing 350s in that area. So that kind of sucked.
But, so you say a lot of people there, eh?
Yeah, it was Father's Day, that weekend. So people are there, but not buying off of me. So
okay, huh? Well, that's interesting because I know when I say I didn't do great like that time, it was because it was very quiet. Like there was nobody there. So
who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Huh? Well, at least they were out.
Yeah, I used to be okay with 165, but now I'm greedy. I want more.
Well, you should want more. Like
yeah.
You just, I don't know. I always want more.
I think one thing I did too is I was like moving stuff around when it was busy, which you should never do, right? Like I was rearranging displays and stuff like that, so there's stuff on the ground in the way, but I just wanted it done. So
yeah,
but whatever. It's all good.
It's hard to say, right?
Yeah, but eBay was doing good. Oh, I got an INAR I did not received. I haven't had one of those in a long time, and this one's weird.
Huh.
So the guy said it was delivered to the wrong address.
How does he know?
So he said the tracking shows a different postal code. So my first thought is like, oh crap, I did the switcheroo thing, when you send the package to someone else by accident.
Okay.
So I took another look at the shipping label. Thankfully, it was on eBay, so I could look at it easily.
Yeah.
And it had the right address on there with the right postal code. So okay. But then when I looked at the tracking, it actually showed a different postal code delivered to this postal code, which is not the same one.
Huh.
Isn't that weird? I've never seen that before. Have you?
So did the shipping label have the wrong postal code?
No, the shipping label has the right address, right postal code, right?
So Canada Post screwed up.
I think so. I have to assume so, right? Because the address was right. I didn't put the wrong address.
So we'll just go to Canada Post?
Well, so I looked at this one. This is strange. So I decided I chatted with ChatGPT. I chatted with eBay through the chat system, which I love, and they said, "Don't worry about it." They said your address is right. You're all good. Now, I've been promised such things before, so my main question is, do I contact the buyer? And they said I don't have to. So
Tell them to put a case in.
Well, they did do it. They opened an Einar, so they opened a case
They,
already.
oh, okay.
So, and it's a cheap, it's a $25 item. It's not like, you know, something weird. So, anyways, that's very strange though. Like I said,
Yeah.
the strange part is having the tracking showing a different postal code, and there's also weird symbols in the address, which is also strange. So, I'm not sure what's up with that.
What do you
But
mean
anyways,
symbols?
like like it was to Montreal or something, and like the O was like a star or like an asterisk or something weird, right?
Like in the one that I went to, or the
Yeah,
official?
in the tracking. So yeah, I don't know. Something screwed up. But
Well, Canada Post must have been. Well, there was a day that they were not working not too long ago. You couldn't get a label.
oh really? Well, I got a label. The it's just
I
on the
just wonder
tracking
if
thing.
there was a maybe the Russians hacked it. Canada
Yeah,
Post.
they so this guy didn't get his My Little Pony. Yeah. So anyways, we'll see what happens. It's still like normally I don't like not answering a customer, but I didn't feel like dealing with it.
The only reason I say Russians is because the Russians are always at fault. Everybody,
Oh right.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah. The
I
boogeyman?
remember. I remember the car factory. There was a hack into the system, which put the factory down for a couple of days. And they were like, the Russians did it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, do we know that for sure? You know, like,
Yeah.
is it maybe a criminal organization somewhere? Maybe in Russia, but like, I'm sure it's not
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was gonna
Putin sitting
say.
there like, let's take down this little
I
car
think it's
factory.
yeah, not the government, but the guy might be a Russian hacker because they're pretty
Yeah, yeah,
famous
yeah,
for that, but nothing to do with their government. Just
yeah.
like I want money.
It's just,
Yeah,
but
not the same
it's
thing. Yeah,
um anyway. So
yeah. So
yeah,
that
that's
kind of
weird.
is
That's weird.
annoying, but I'm not stressing about that. It's just oh, I don't like I said not answering the customer, but
When it happens one in 100 sales or a couple hundred sales, it's fine. But when we're gouging and scratching and biting and clawing for every single sale, like right now,
yeah.
like when you have something like this, it's so magnified. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Sometimes like if it was more money, I'd be more
Yeah, yeah, that's
concerned,
true too.
right? Like, but well, I'm gonna be at what the cost of the item plus the shipping, which was actually
Well, it
seventy
looks like
bucks.
eBay's going to cover you. So
Yeah, they said they will. It's just a fight. I actually asked Selge about that one, and he said it happened to him once too, but it worked out. He said it took a while, like a month or so, but eventually he got his money back.
well, I mean, there are the option that whoever ended up getting it could give you a positive review.
I'm hoping they give me no review.
No, the person that ended up getting it.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah. Some
order this,
rando.
but it's great. Thank
I
you.
like this little My Little Pony. This is awesome.
But
Yeah.
oh
So
well, we'll see. See how that turns out. That's really odd,
it is odd. Like I said, it's weird tracking that
especially
shows
when
on
it's
the
symbols. Like it shouldn't even go anywhere. Like if it's
well, it's not. It's only on the tracking. It's showing the symbols, not on the shipping
yeah,
address. I'm glad I was able to download the label again though and take a look at it.
yeah.
So, and then I got a sale late last night, this morning for 3 teacups. I got to ship out. I haven't had a teacup sale in a long time, but and that's definitely because of the sale.
Well, it's funny because I had a sale this morning too, and it's for a He-Man figure,
Yeah,
like a vintage one, and I think I put them all in a box ready to go. So I'm like, how did this get through? And then I'm like, well, did that one not make the box? Maybe it's still on the shelf. But I'm ready to send them to auction because they haven't been really selling, right? So
yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm lucky because I haven't taken it yet. It's going next week, but
Whoosha.
I'm like now I got to go in and check and make sure I deleted them all, right?
That He-Man stuff doesn't sell at your booth.
It's very slow,
Yeah,
and I have the castle, Gray Skull, and like I have both castles, Snake Mountain and stuff. So I'm thinking I'm just going to throw them in an auction and lot them up, right? So
Okay.
if they were
Yeah.
complete or something, but so I'll backtrack a little bit. What I'm going to do is take out the parts or have taken out the parts, and I'm going to list them on eBay. That was the plan because
Oh,
the
I see.
parts you can get, right. You can get $30 for a bridge and
Yeah.
different weapons and shit. And then the shells I'm going to put into the auction with a bunch of figures as well. So the figures don't do that well in the booth.
No, honestly, I've had a few. They don't move as well as people might think. I think there's so many of them out there. It's not uncommon to come across a He-Man figure, right?
Yeah. Um,
The weapons are great.
the weapons are good online. Um, what does sell if I have He Man or Skeletor and I have the lions, like the tigers? Though those sell pretty quickly
Okay.
out of the booth for whatever reason. Those always even just the tiger on its own, $10, boom, it'll go. So I'll pick it up for $1 or less if it's in a toy lot or something. Um, but the other characters, it's hard.
Not so much. Yeah. Hmm.
So um, so anyway, I don't know. That's it. That's all.
There you go.
How is eBay doing? I made a few sales, but it was kind of slower. But dude, I have not been listing anything on eBay. I've been so busy doing other stuff. Trying to just see here. I sold some more masks and another sword.
Oh wow, that's good because that stuff
Halloween,
is a quick flip. Then, right? You didn't hold
yeah,
on to that stuff forever.
that's out of the booth. Halloween movie poster for 65. A croc. Yeah, I mean the booth has been doing good. Other than that 1 week, like it's not been doing great. Don't get me wrong. It's not like there's nothing. I haven't had a weekend that made up for that bad week.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't expect. I mean, I still got this weekend, so who knows? Um, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say. That's the booth is what it's doing. It's doing what it's always done. eBay is doing what now eBay does because of
Yeah.
because of the lack of American buyers. But if I'm not listing, dude, I can't complain. I can't sit here and whine and complain. If I was listing and had 1,000 listings and nothing was going, then that's different. But I'm my own worst enemy right now. But my mindset is on to something else. Um, One thing I was really happy with my picks. Not that I got a lot, but I got what I got. I was really happy with. Did you go at all this
No.
week?
No.
No way.
I
I
the only contact I had was those not NASCAR cars that someone potentially would buy, but I haven't heard back, and I don't care. So, but
I got a little trinket box and I opened it up and I saw like 4 or 5 rings, a little heart necklace pendant thing,
yeah,
and I just looked at one ring. I saw 925, and the guy goes, $3. You can have everything in it. The little trinket, like it looks like a little treasure chest, which I guess it was, but it's made of like little wood kind of weaving and stuff.
yeah,
And he goes, "You can have that and everything in it for $3." I'm like,
you
okay,
can't say no to that.
can't say no to that, dude. And there was like a couple of rings in there, sterling. There was a heart shaped gold necklace, like pendant for the necklace, 10 karat gold.
Where do you come across these people?
Dude, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm like, okay, that looks like gold.
You
And
got a
then
horseshoe shoved right up the what?
when I got home, there's 10K written on it.
Yeah,
There's another little heart, like it's so small. But I'm probably going to get $200 for the heart.
yeah,
If I got more, I wouldn't be surprised. But let's just say 200. It probably weighed more than the dog did. But the
yeah.
dog was 14 karat. This is 10. And then there's another little heart, which is whatever. And then so I go to this other lady's house and there's a gold, and this guy buys gold. The guy that I go to now, he buys gold filled, and I'm going to get $45 of a wristband of a watch band, but it's vintage gold filled because I that's what I get before, and um, so I bought three watches and the gold filled wristband for $30. So I'm going to get $40, $45 for the wristband, and the watches are free. So,
Nice.
and they're not great watches, but they're nice, heavy. They're a little bit more modern, but I'll probably get 25, $35 each out of the booth, right?
Yeah.
And I have a nice watch that Steph bought me for a birthday gift, a Bulova. But if I didn't have that watch, I'd probably keep one of these watches. Like they're
Hmm.
pretty cool looking. So, um, anywho, that was good. Bought a ton of comic books. They're illustrated classic.
Yeah.
Um, 15 centers, and I paid $50 for. I think there was 85 of them. But a couple of them get into the $30-$40 range. One was $60, which
Oh wow.
are all in very good condition. A woman said, "This was what I read when I was a kid. These are what I read." And she was in her 80s, probably. They could have been older, to be honest with you, because the guy retired like 30 years ago from Stelgo. Like, he was
Wow.
showing me all his awards. And I said, "Oh, do you know my uncle?" Because he retired there about 10 years ago. And he goes, "Oh, I've been retired for," I think he said 30 years or something. I'm like, holy Christ. So, so he's got to be in his 80s. But they were so, even though they were kind of slower moving, they were still very, like, if they lived another 20 years, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They were very just, I want to say energetic, but they're not out doing, you know, they're not out doing the polka or anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
That's
just
awesome.
very, like, just, I don't know, just kind of like my mom, I guess. You know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
she's older, but she just moves around like she's young. Anyway, I can hardly move, Carl, some days, you know.
I'm getting worse. But we're not going to talk about that. That's just
but
sadness.
but it's just, anyway, she goes, "Nobody else is gonna buy them. Make an offer," and I'm like, $50. She goes, "Okay." She goes,
Okay.
"No one else is going to care for them." So anyway, we'll see what can happen with that. I got a nice post office sign for 45. Hope to get 300, 350 for it.
Beautiful sign. Yeah.
Like enamel, like a nice porcelain post office sign, probably from the 50s,
Yeah.
60s. Uh, trying to think what else. There was a few things. Oh, I got 100 records for $100, and they were the
Where-
good records.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I sold four of them to a friend for 35. Like, there was a discount there. Four or five of them, I guess. So I guess I'm down to 65 into them. So,
Nice.
but I still have, a ton of them left. So, and they were all the records were all in good shape. Some of the covers had some water damage on a few of them. It's like
Mm.
they were sitting at the bottom of the pile and maybe they got a little damp or something, but most of them were pretty decent shape. So, but all the records were clean. Usually it's the reverse. You got a nice cover, you open it up, you pull out the record, it's just gouged like a cat attacked it or something.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. There's probably definitely stuff that I'm missing, but
No,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
yeah. So, I mean, anytime you can get gold and silver, that's a good
Yeah.
day
$3.
for $3. And the watch band was a different buy, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I almost scored some gold from her too, but it wasn't marked, and I wasn't sure what she was going to ask for it. But she brought it out when I asked for watches, and she brought the watches out. she brought this jewelry stuff out with it. And I'm like, do I like I examined it pretty hard, so I wasn't sure if she's gonna like wonder what I'm looking for or not. But anyway, so
Yeah, that's good. I
yeah,
did get offered stuff at the booth this weekend, but there like someone had comic books, but they're just modern Superman, and he wanted $5 each, and it's like, yeah. I said honestly, I only give 25 cents each. So there's another guy who buys comics at the market, so I said go talk to that guy.
yeah,
Uh, I just I'm not going to spend $5 on a comic. I probably won't even get $5, $2 for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then someone else offered me another dealer offered me a bunch of Hot Wheels cars, but they were mostly just modern stuff. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to pay the amount you want for your leftovers in your booth kind of thing.
Well,
So
the problem with those Hot Wheels is they look cool in the box and
they
everything, right?
do.
They look like $1 billion, but you
There's
know
no
that they're not
demand.
worth you know they're not worth more than a couple bucks each.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going
They
to sit
look
there.
yeah, but they look so good.
They do look good. Like when I put them in the booth, like I like things that are like 70s and 80, and then I'll put like $5 on them, right? And they slowly go at
Yeah.
that. But anything newer than that might look cool, but yeah, they're just not. If someone else like, and I don't have the like, oh, this is a treasure hunt special, like I can't get into that. So, but
Yeah. Time is money, and if you're wasting time,
well, it's just like it'll just sit in my booth, right? Like no one will want it. So,
oh, I thought you meant more of like a treasure hunt, meaning you have to search every single one to see if there's one.
no, no, it's a variant. The treasure hunt is a variant of Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
So, uh, I don't know, like Google Lens it or whatever.
you'd have to do every single one
Yeah,
to look for it, right?
and the chance of finding one is so low. Like I'm not going to happen.
Yeah.
Remember when Chris was we were talking to Chris during the COVID times, and I said you could go to like Dollarama. That's kind of what you're looking for at Dollarama was the treasure hunts when we couldn't go to thrift stores at all. Desperate times. Do you remember that at
Oh,
all? You say
vaguely, but
yes.
you're looking for like things that people are wanting or something. You mean?
Yeah, so these treasure hunts are new, right? They're new Hot Wheels and packaging. And I said I was going to the store looking for them. Probably have been hunted out already because there's
Oh,
probably
okay.
guys who hit it the second it hits the shelf, right? I'm
Yeah.
just saying it was desperate times looking for inventory.
Well,
When we
Adam
couldn't.
used to do that kind of stuff.
Oh, for Hot Wheels?
Not for Hot Wheels. For remember, he used to buy the Briar horses,
Yes, yes, yes.
so he would do that, and then sometimes he would do it with booze.
Yeah,
So he would buy the cans, drink it, and then sell the empty cans
that's so
because they were
funny.
collectibles.
That was so funny.
Yeah, but um, anyway, yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, like I didn't buy anything, and honestly, like I've been trying to get stuff out of the house still. So and I got a lot to go. So like I'm doing the same thing, like I said before, like a passive sourcing, if that makes sense. So either at the booth or on my website, and maybe Facebook Marketplace. That's pretty passive too, right? Oh, there's an auction I think coming up tomorrow. I just remembered a live auction, but I'll
yeah.
only go if there's good stuff. And I hate the pictures they take. That like I've complained about it before, but they're so far away, the pictures from the items that, and I'd have to drive an hour just to see what's in the picture. And it's like, I don't need stuff that bad. So, but
Yeah. Oh, you've got a new style now, Carl.
I prefer this. Goes better with my lazy part.
Dude, how long did it take you to actually get you to do that?
What to what?
Private pics.
Oh, I always wanted to do it. The problem was just getting the contacts.
Oh, I thought it was
Me,
like you just didn't feel comfortable,
well, it's both, but
but
not
now you feel comfortable.
more comfortable.
Yeah,
But I always would have gone in the past. It's not given the opportunity, right?
I remember you went to a couple of your first times, and you were like, and I guess we're all nervous, so I just don't remember. Like I've never really talked about like the first time and stuff, but you were so worried about insulting them, and you were like
Yeah. I'm less
wanted,
worried about that now.
yeah, but
But I'm still worried about it. I still want to, like, whenever you mention, like, those comic books there where you said there's about 85 of them,
yeah,
and she said make an offer, and you said you offered 50.
yeah.
Like, that stuff still makes me a bit nervous, right?
Why?
Uh, because I'm worried about insulting someone still, but less
What?
so than in the
What's he
past.
gonna do? I think $50 at a yard sale for the comics. Well, I think that was a
Oh yeah,
good.
no, it is a good offer.
Like I think I went a little high. I could have probably said $30 or something, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, I like with that guy with the bagged and boarded, 25
yeah.
cents. That's what I
Well,
offer. But they're
so
not old ones like you're buying. It's not the same thing. I'm talking about modern 90s comics.
well and everybody can do it their own way. But in my mind, if I said 25 cents, I think people are going to look at like there's no way because it sounds so little. But even though you might be paying less in the long run, if I just come up with a like I'd give you $50. Like I
Oh,
just think that just
yeah.
sounds bigger number, right? So
Yeah, if the situation where I was offering 25 cents
yeah.
wasn't really an offer, it's more like I asked how much he wanted for these. Like, it wasn't a long box or anything. It was like 30 comics, maybe, or 20
Oh,
comics
okay.
in his hand. And he said, "Oh, I want $5 each." And I said, "Oh, I'm not interested." And I said, "But I'll find you. You can ask someone else." And I
Yeah.
said, "Honestly, I only ever offered 25 cents." But it
Okay.
wasn't really it wasn't an offer. It's more like, this is how far apart we are,
Yeah.
which is why not even trying, right?
Um so when I made the offer and she said yes, she actually invited me into the house and look around to everything because I was asking, and she basically just started showing me her collection of cat stuff. But she had so much cat stuff, it was insane. But she and then she showed me some of her China stuff, which I'm not interested in. But I would never put it down. I just kind of said that's not my thing. There's people out there that like it, but I'm not into that's not really my thing. And then she started asking about depression glass. And then she had a collection of Swarovskis. Swarovski? What's that
Like,
crystal?
yeah, I know what you're saying, but I can't pronounce it either. But yes,
And because I said, oh, I said, you got some. I think I even said it correctly, but now I can't. But Swarovski or something. And she goes, oh, I have a whole bunch boxed and put away. They're upstairs. And I'm like, well, I said, I'm here if you want to go get them. She goes, we'll have to do that another time. And I just like, maybe they're tired. If they're upstairs, that's, you know what I mean?
it's a big deal. Yeah,
But one of the things she said that should stick out to us, and we said this before, that they're getting older, they're kind of getting rid of some stuff, but they don't want to carry it out. They didn't want to bring the stuff out. The comics weren't there. I asked if they had comics or like, what are you looking for? And I said, well, comics, lighters, old watches, that kind of stuff, pocket knives. Oh, I have some comics. But they didn't want to. She brought the comics out, but she goes, we just don't want to bring them out and then have to take them back in. You know what I mean?
makes
So
sense.
even though they were lively and walking around stuff, they just don't want to get into hauling the stuff up the stairs and down the stairs and all that kind of stuff, right? So at the end of the day, like I always chalk it up like this: we're doing them a favor too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
For me to take those comics, you could say there's $500 there. I don't know, 1,000 to offer $50. Probably not 1,000, but $5 a piece, you know,
yeah,
a
yeah.
hundred comics, $500. But they just she was just happy that they're not being thrown out. Like
Yeah,
those her
that's
words. If I give these to my niece, she's just her not her niece, her granddaughter maybe. Like they're just gonna throw them out, right? So she's not gonna want them. She'll just end up throwing them out. She goes, I'm glad they're going to a home where they'll survive.
I've heard that
So
exact same sentence,
yeah,
a few times.
so you're kind of giving them a peace of mind and helping them. I wasn't lying. I told them straight up what I do. I have a
Yeah,
booth in
I always tell
Waterford. I
everyone.
go out on Saturdays as a little hobby looking for things to put in my booth.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
No, I don't
So
hide it. Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of times people, oh, I love Waterford or I love the antique booth there. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
go there all the time. So, you know, um, so anyway, so that was it. So, we'll see what happens if I get the call for the Swarovskis or not, or maybe I'll just go knock on their door one day and just see how they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I wouldn't do. But
No?
knock on someone's door after I've been there before. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But
Oh, okay. You know, I would.
well, I'm
Yeah.
not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, it depends what the situation is. Just because if they had a yard sale or something, that's different. But if they're like looking to get rid of stuff or they were brought me into the house like this situation, you know what I mean? I'd have no problem. Just say, hey guys, I know you were busy that day with the yard sale, and I'm just, I'm the guy that bought the comic books from you, and you talked about a collection of Swarovskis. And if you want, I can take a look at them now, or if you're want to, something like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I don't know. I can't really recall where I was going with that, but that was
Well, we were just talking about like you're saying the truth, and sometimes people need to be
I mean,
pushed.
the
Not
truth
pushed
is,
is the wrong word, but kind of like reminded that they want to do this. It's
yeah.
in their interest to
The,
do this.
the truth doesn't always come out, Carl. Like I didn't say, hey, you got a 10 karat gold heart here in this trinket
That's
box.
different. That's different. I've always said that's different. If someone offers me something and gives me a price, I don't feel any guilt by giving them that price.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm
To
talking
be
about.
honest with you, though, I didn't know it was gold.
Right.
I just saw the gold heart in there, but it could have been just a piece of crap that I would have to throw away. I only saw the sterling ring, so I knew that was there. But when I got home and got the loop out and everything, and then I'm like, oh, 10 karat, nice.
Yeah. And it might not have been so.
Yeah, it
But
might not have been that great. But anyway, that was I got it right here, Carl.
yep.
Looks like a treasure chest.
And it had treasure.
And he did have treasure. It's kind of misleading now because I put everything in it, but that's the gold filled watch band. And I'll
So the
find
guy
that heart.
pays for gold filled, eh? Like that's
Dude, I've never had anyone offer gold filled. He pays higher than the rate of sterling right now.
okay. Because someone said sterling for me once is reasonable, but
No, he said that yeah, there's the heart right there.
wow, that looks like something the 18-year-old boy used to buy for his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
You'd see the ads in flyers. Yeah.
10K's up by my finger here, I think.
Gold. Yeah, I trust you.
There's gold in them there hills. Now this thing here is sterling.
He's showing a ring.
Showing a ring.
That's a chunky, ugly ring.
But it's got skulls on it.
Oh.
It's got a nice stone. This thing goes for a couple $100.
Really?
On Etsy, it sold for over $200. And so I might put it online for $100, but it's kind of goth.
It's ugly as crap to me, but maybe
it's
I
in good shape. And if you look closely, oh, my fingers are. But you can
I'll
sort
trust
of
you. Yeah, I see a mark. I see a
yeah,
mark.
the 925. So it's sterling. But anywho, yep.
Back to me. One thing I want to do for the website is like improve it. So if anyone out there feels like giving me critique, I would love that. So carlbuys.com. I appreciate that.
Give you critique on your website?
Yeah.
So in the last 2 weeks, this is the gold and silver I've gotten.
Mm-hmm. Little treasure chest filled of it. Yeah.
Um, so say 5, 6, 7, 8, under $15 for sure.
Nice.
Probably like $12 I paid for all this. And this here was also in that trinket box, and I'm pretty sure this is coming out gold. There's a little marking on the chain, but still, that honestly, dude, I'm showing everybody here. I'm just showing Carl a little.
It's a little charm.
It's a little charm, but that's probably like $40 to $60 for gold.
Yeah, because gold is so high now. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, $3 all day long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he has a gold filled buyer, and so he buys that shit all the time.
Nice.
So that is good. Greed, for the lack of a better word, is good. You know what movie that's from, Carl?
Wall Street.
Yes, it is. What?
I've never seen it, but I know the quotes.
Oh shit. Went and watched Obsession. Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
You're missing out, dude.
Yeah.
Must watch
Okay.
with the wife.
Right.
It's a couple's horror movie.
Oh, she hates horror.
Oh, she'll love this one. But I'd like to hear Tina Max if she went and saw it. It's made by a YouTuber. 26.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
I went and saw it twice. I might go a third time just to watch it at the movies. But
Nice.
yeah, I don't know. Seen it twice. I don't know if I need to see it a third time. But if another couple wanted us to go or something like that with them, I would go.
We used to go with Amy's brother and sister and sometimes, but we got it out of the habit. We should do that again. It was fun. It was something to do together.
Yeah,
But
I just think it's fun to see YouTubers who worked at Starbucks just to kind of get by things,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden they make a movie and it, you know, millions of dollars,
Yeah.
So they showed it at TIFF. It made TIFF, and then there was a bidding war for it, and I think they sold it for 15 million. But they made it for 750,000
Wow.
because someone saw their YouTube stuff and said, "Well, I'm looking for young uh, filmmakers," and he was kind of not a, I don't know if that you'd call that an investor, but technically he is investing in these people, and so he offered them that money, and then they took it to TIFF. It got into a bidding war with some distributors, and it's worldwide. It's made over $300 million so far.
Ooh. So everyone made money on that.
Yeah, like it's made more than Mandalorian. Like, I mean, at the box office, Mandalorian still lost money because
Yeah. I heard it's crap.
yeah, I think it was 300 million to make, and they're around 170 million or something. So, but this it was really really good. Um, so, anyways, not that we're becoming a movie review channel, but it was just I
That'd be
like
the worst. Oh, I haven't seen that. I
I
haven't
just
seen
like to
that. I haven't
see
seen that.
I just like to see like just young creative people or just creative people in general just put their heart and soul in something and succeed. They're nobody. They had nothing. They're like,
Yeah.
you know,
The
worked at
underdog.
Starbucks, dude. Like, I mean, how much money lived in LA? Like,
Yeah.
how much what him?
Competition. Yeah.
Yeah. So him and so there was him and another guy, and they met in university in acting class or something. After 2 years, they quit. They moved in together to make a YouTube channel thing,
Hmm.
and they worked at Starbucks. Did this on their spare time, and made a few shorts just for YouTube, and then all of a sudden, this movie, you know, um, took off, and now they're like all sorts of options are being thrown at them, right? So
That's awesome.
yeah, and even the girl too, the girls, but the main girl, the main character, um, she couldn't get work for the last year and a half acting. She's very in spot like she's not a main actor by any means, but she did such an incredible job. Like she made the movie. She's partly why the movie is so successful. So her career is about to go squirrely too. So
That's awesome.
yeah, um, I just like to see that, you know. So
Yeah, I think we
never
all
give
do.
up your dreams. I think she ended up having to stream video games or something. Like she couldn't find work or anything, and so, like
Ooh,
she just kind of was nickel and dime her way through with streaming and different things,
got her hit.
and then yeah. So yeah, no, I like to see that. Um,
Yeah, me too. Gives
yeah,
people hope too, right?
yeah. So um, I
Well,
like to see you as a YouTuber take off there, Carl.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, well, we'll see. I'm not dead yet.
Woo-hoo.
So, I got bad news. Do you want to hear some bad
Oh
news?
my god! I was just in such a happy
I
mood.
know. Well, I thought I'd take you from the high, just hopefully not to a downer. But just a couple of days ago, they came out with more news for the United States shipping, and they're adding a whole bunch more new rules.
Who's adding the rules
United States government.
as for
So,
imports?
yeah, to import into the United States.
Okay,
So, hopefully, Zonos will take care of a lot of this stuff.
okay,
The issue is that you need to put in a lot more stuff on our side for the documentation. Now I'm kind of vague posting here because I don't really understand all the changes.
and when's the changes taking place?
So that's a little confusing. So I think it's confusing
Yeah,
because there's two systems, one for the postal system, which is if you use Canada Post with
yeah,
Zonos,
yeah.
and the other one is if you're using Chit Chats or one of the other companies.
Okay,
So I think the Chit Chat stuff is happening much sooner, like in July,
okay,
right? The Canada Post thing, I think they had like two dates, 60 days from announcement and 90 days from announcement. And that was a couple days ago.
okay.
So I think one of them is taking effect in September, I think, and one in October. It,
So what are the requirements? Like
more
why?
information.
Like what if you're selling just on eBay and it's a one item? Like, do they care about that, or are they looking for large companies shipping tons of stuff across?
No, well, it's both. It's
Or
both.
what if you're sending a gift to your grandchild across
I
the
don't
world?
know. I don't know.
Like who are they going after? Or is it just everything?
Well, it's not going after, it's just changing what you have to do. So, like, when you right now, when you use Zonos, right, you have to figure out the HS code and you put in the value
Okay,
and
or
pay
they do it for you.
whatever
Yeah.
that has to be done before the item goes across the border, right?
Okay. So that's happening already.
That's happening already, but there'll be more information on top of that,
Like
which
what?
is well, that's what I'm a little confused about. But I think it's much
You
more.
froze.
Oh, did I freeze? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
It's much more orneous, but I don't really understand it yet, which is why I don't like the vague posting. I was trying to watch, like, Zonos has really good videos if anyone wants to try and understand it. I tried understanding it. I tried to get Chat GPT to explain it to me, but it sounded like a big deal.
Well,
So
it's probably not like it's probably on their end they're finding more processing issues, so they want to be able to process things quicker. Is would
yeah,
you think?
no, I think it's just more stuff. I don't think it's that. I think were requiring more stuff. It's not to speed up the process, that's for sure. If anything, it's going to slow down the process. But
Well, that doesn't make sense. Like why would more information slow down the process? You think more information would would be required to speed up the process.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I'm just saying changes are afoot, and I don't know what they are yet. Maybe by next Wednesday, I'll try and understand them a bit more. Uh, I'm just saying the old system is going to change a bit. For chit chats, they did come out with something. So if people are shipping through chit chats, they can go to chit chats and they put out some statements about it. If people, this is mostly if people aren't aware, because obviously I don't have any information. But
huh. Like I just don't know what else they would want. Like there's, I mean, once the HS code's in there, um,
you would think,
people, people's information's in there. I don't know what else would be required.
you would think, but no, I'm not gonna.
Um,
Anyways, that's it for that bit.
because country of origin is in there. Like I don't know what else they would want. Any guesses?
Yeah, I can't quite remember. I'm going like I asked ChatGPT to kind of like use postal shipping changes. What changed?
Um,
Entry type 13 test start. That's one thing, whatever the hell that means. What this means for you. What this means for you, for your, this is what I like about eBay because ChatGPT, it knows me. So it says, what this means for eBay USA sales. US buyers may see extra import charges. Postal shipping may become chunkier. So they might need more details before accepting the parcels. Refusals might increase. Low value items become less worth selling to USA. So I'm wondering if there's an extra fixed costs with this, but which would be affecting the low value items. So item type. I don't like talking about stuff I don't know, which you think would mean I wouldn't talk about much.
yeah, it doesn't really sound like there's too
Well, we
much
don't.
more.
Well,
It doesn't sound like there's too much more information required. It sounds like they're going to maybe make it a little more expensive.
it might be more expensive. And I'm wondering what this entry type 13 means. I'm not going to research it now, though. It's too
Yeah.
complicated.
Well, it'll be something you can research for next week's show.
Yeah, well, I will because I am interested in this stuff. I do find it. I want to understand it. It's funny because, like, how you've been shipping more to the United States because you're being willing to deal with the Zonos app and HS codes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like this, that might be good for you because you'll be able to understand the changes a bit more. Because I haven't, right? Like the only time I've ever done that is for a couple of items, and they're always been tariff free. So,
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Anywho,
do
what,
you
what
want
are
to
you
go?
going
Do
to do?
you want to go to the comments? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Not offhand. Um, so this, I'll throw this out there. I'm gonna start another channel. If anybody's interested in going over there, it might be a week or two yet, but I'm putting it together. And what I'm gonna do, Carl, is I'm gonna give out free my newest book is free audiobook. It's
Nice.
free. All you gotta do is listen. It's simple. And hit like and subscribe and leave a comment. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I have an AI program called 11 Labs, which it took a little bit to find the right voice and make sure it sounds good and everything, because I think it sounds really good. I mean, there's the odd hiccup where I wish the tone was a little bit more different and stuff, but it sounds I might it reads way better than I can. Um, and so the first book is going to be through the person, and I can't put that one for free because we have a contract. Um, but you can still, I mean, if you wanted to go to iTunes or something, it's not out yet. It's supposed to be the end of the month, so we got a few more days yet. Um, and that's going to be available on iTunes and stuff. But this second book that I wrote, the audiobook, I'm going to put out for free, and I'm going to create the YouTube channel to kind of go with it, and that's it.
Nice.
And if somebody wanted the book, I mean they can go on Amazon and buy the books. Um, but I'm also going to have options like if they wanted a book, not that I think anyone's going to want it, but if somebody wanted it signed, then obviously I have to buy the book and then ship it to them. So there'll be a bit of a premium for that because I got to cover shipping costs. But if I get 500 or 1,000 subscribers, in 10 years from now, then I'll I'll
Uh-huh.
maybe start doing like merch or something. Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't.
Let's get
Nobody.
to step one first. What's the name of the YouTube channel?
Uh, it's from. I'm just wondering if I want to say it or not. But right now, I
Oh,
guess if I advertise, I got to say it. The
yeah.
problem is it's not going right yet. Like it's there.
Right.
It's called From Sherman's Mind,
Okay, there you go.
and I'm gonna write books in audio and put them in audio book and put them there. So eventually, what I'm gonna have is the audio book full version, which is about 6 hours. Outside of that, I'm going to do me speaking, chapter one audio book, me talking about that chapter, introducing the next show, which is the next chapter, and go from there. I think there's 26, 27 chapters. So there'll be 27 episodes for this book. I'm also going to hopefully have people come in and talk about maybe experiences they've had or something after it for a while, like based on aliens or ghosts or whatever the story is, and just kind of make it a fun show. But you get the audio book for free. That's the main thing. But
Okay,
but
that's cool.
yeah, I mean, if it was to take off, like the other channel got a little bit sidetracked, but I was over 1,000 subscribers before I got sidetracked to something else, and then it just never recovered. But maybe I'll do T-shirts or posters or books or something as well, right? Like eventually. So, but for now, it's just going to be about free audiobook,
Nice.
right? So,
From Sherman's Mind.
from Sherman's Mind.
Link below, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I just assumed you were going to mention the channel name after you said that you're going to do the channel.
Well, yeah, I can
Otherwise, what's the
I can
point?
mention the channel name. The only problem is like it's not set up, so it's not gonna like it's set up and the headlines there and everything. There's one kind of video that I posted based on the other book and stuff, but it's not really there's nothing to watch really. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you'll get there.
I'll
You're
get
going to do
there.
it. And you can mention each show too, right? So each podcast, I mean.
Yeah. But if you think that's a good idea or what, let me know in the chats. Like how should I go with it? I haven't seen any other people doing this, so it could be really good or it could be really bad. But
You never
um,
try it, right? Gotta try
yeah,
it.
yeah, you got to try it. But I'm going to use the channel to kind of sell the other book as well, right? Like to promote it. Let's say. So if you go on the computer and see From Sherman's Mind, the title isn't going to look that great because I set it up to be used on the TV, the smart TV. So if you watch it on a smart TV, you'll see the full banner, I guess you
Right.
call it.
Right.
But it's still there. I mean, From Sherman's Mind. Um, I think there's 2 subscribers. I think it's
One's
you and
me.
Jamie.
One's me.
But like I said, there's no videos on there yet. Just that one kind of silly thing. But although it did get 14 views, did you view it, Carl? Like
Yeah.
14 times?
And no,
Uh,
I don't even think I watched your own podcast last few times. You say do that at least, but no.
but anyway, that's the thing. I like the way it's coming out so far. Like
Yeah.
I've got six chapters done to be like that's ready to put on the show. But as far as just the audiobook version of it, I haven't spoke on it or anything myself. So, but I'm also thinking about maybe putting 10 videos kind of explaining where this channel is going to go so I can get a couple videos going without diving right immediately into the audiobook. Does that make sense? Just kind of
Uh,
talking about what to do because I'm not going to get any views on those. You know what I mean? It takes a while to get the channel even in gear. Um,
hmm.
so we'll figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it out. So be patient with me. But once it gets going, then you'll see where it's going to go. But that's the plan. And yeah, there it is. So
Cool. That's awesome.
yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But it's horror books, it's horror related stuff. That's what I like. But anyway, I don't know what else, Carl. What else to say? I don't know. But who knows? Maybe this story will take off and it'll beat out Obsession.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody
The
pick up the
Brad Pitt will
pick it up
play
for a
you as
movie.
the lead role, and
Oh, I'm not going to be a lead role. I'll just be a I'll be the writer.
or you'll be like you'll do one of those like you'll appear as like a
Oh, I can.
background
Yeah,
character
like a what do they call that? Yeah, like a cameo.
cameo. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but anyway, first things first. But anything else, Carl?
No, I'm ready to get into the comments if you
All
are.
right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Tina Mac, off the rails is right. I'll be fine. Lots of rabbits and squirrels in our backyard. Even had a turtle once. I'll convert the pool to a pond.
Smart girl. Start now. But hey, if you had a pool, you could easily convert that to a pond.
Then you have turtle soup every night.
Well, bluegills. How many? You could fit 100,000 bluegills, I think, in a pool. Like you would. That would be perfect. That
It
would be
seems like a
perfect.
lot of work. Like my buddy,
Dude, if you have no job and no food because you have
yes,
no
you'll do
job,
whatever.
you'll
Yeah,
do whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Right? Like, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about apocalyptic times. You know what I
It
mean?
just looked like the calories you get is 20, and the calories spent would be 10 for each one.
No, 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 no. You don't know nothing. You haven't even caught a bluegill. You haven't ate a bluegill.
No, that's true. That's true. I've seen them though. No,
We went out and like you can catch as many bluegill as you want. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
So I don't know if I ever told you the story, but when we went up to Peterborough to oh, what lake was it? Anyways, Raccoon Lake or something like that, and we rented pontoon boats and everything, and we wanted to go fishing for like bass and pickerel, right? Because it was known for that as well. And every time we dropped the line in, we got a bluegill. Every single time.
Yeah.
And we were so mad. I didn't think of eating these fish whatsoever. We're so mad, and eventually you just give up because they would hit your line as soon as it dropped in the water,
You
and
want to
then
give the good fish a chance.
you couldn't, right? So, anyways, we're in day 2. We're there for a week. We're sitting there having a fire, and these guys walk through our camp, through our, like, because you have cabins. They walk through to go to theirs, and they had buckets full of fish, like guts, right? Like not guts, but the fillets. I'm like, so where are you guys catching these fish? We're trying, and we're not. We haven't caught any. And they were American, and this is their words verbatim. If you don't know how to catch fish out of this lake, then you don't know how to fish.
Oh, and
No,
there's
I'm like,
fun words.
and then I'm like, well, all every time we drop the line in, these bluegills keep hitting the line. They said that's what this is. They're the best tasting fish you can have, right? Blah 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 blah. So anyway, so I went on my phone, which obviously went on YouTube through my phone, and looked up how to fillet and cook. Dude, we had more fish than we could. Like there was so much fish. Like, it was crazy. And eventually we ended up catching a few bass, a catfish, and some pickerel.
Hmm.
But the bluegill, dude, you can catch, and they're easy. They're so easy to fillet. Like
Yeah.
if you
My,
if you know if you know how to fillet a fish, like they're easy to do. So
yeah, my buddy took a video and actually showed me
yeah,
how to do it.
we just used a beer cap and you just slice it right off
Hmm.
because it holds the tail, that holds the end, like the tail end, and you just take your knife and you go, and then there's your meat. So and they were the best tasting fish, but um, and I mean, dude, you can catch. I've caught them just putting a piece of gum on my hook, and they would come and they would bite the gum. Then you just bring them up,
Mhm.
plop in a pail, boom, plop in a pail. Like it's, and they're not swallowing the gum. The gum stuck to your hook, but they would bite everything. So if you can't catch them, he's right. You can't catch fish if you can't catch those fish. But um, anyway, there it is,
Yeah.
and they're plentiful. They reproduce and they're good eating. So
Win win win.
yeah. So if you had hundreds just replenishing themselves, and you're eating, I don't know, 20 a day, 30 a day, right? I guess you'd ration a little bit, but I mean that's you're good to go, right? Little quail eggs and
You
a couple
got
of
a feast.
rabbits and duck, some duckweed.
So
It's
you could start a little restaurant, Canadian
restaurant.
wilderness
No,
restaurant.
this is for me.
Yeah, right.
But no, I'm just saying, the winters would be tough here. You'd have to try to figure out a way. Like, I mean, if you had an in-ground pool, it's not going to freeze to the bottom, but like you'd have to have a way that they. I mean, you could go ice fishing too, right? Like, hey, ice
People do.
fishing, ice fishing right out of the pool.
That'd be weird.
But or you could probably put bubblers where the water's turning with bubbles, and you could. I mean, I was gonna say you could heat the pool, but I mean, if times are that tough, you probably can't afford hydro. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know.
that
I don't
yeah,
know where I don't know how far we're going with this, but anyway, there you go. Convert the pool to a pond.
Thank you, Tina.
One day, Carl, it's all crashing.
Yeah,
Sky is falling.
I'm the first to go.
Did you like the thumbnail? The sky
I
is
like
falling.
all the thumbnails, but I don't have it memorized.
Yeah, the sky is falling one.
The thing is, you can't see it once like the video starts. It's gone. You have to see it from before then.
Oh, do you want me to just put it so it's there the whole time?
Well, you can do what you want. I'm just saying I can't see it.
Well, I got to put something there. I guess I could do that. I usually do the thumbnail at the end, but I can do it before. But okay.
At the end.
Um. So
Oh,
what are we doing next? I guess we got YouTube.
yep.
All right.
Uh,
So I guess we got Randy, Nova
yep.
Scotia Health, 5218. I already have seen a change in the comic book market in the last few years. When I started selling, people were looking at complete collections. So, what the comic is, character, issue number, was the deciding factor. Now, condition is the deciding factor. When money is tight, the hobby takes a back seat. The wealthy will always buy, but they want better quality. Yeah, I think that's pretty much in line with what we were saying that show.
I hope so. Like I'm selling mine fairly cheap, but I only sold a few this weekend, so I got a lot more to go.
Yeah, I think I think there's always buyers of different levels. Maybe that level shifts a little bit so that the guy might have had lots of money for good comics. He still has a little bit of money for the lesser comics. But I think overall condition is going to be your the best thing to
For
kind of
sure.
kind of reach for. Like that's going to be your best, you know, selling feature for sure. If it isn't always, but I mean, I think the condition, the better the condition is more of a guaranteed sell. I mean, I use guarantee lightly, but that's going to be your better selling option is to go for condition. And I think just as growing as a picker, I kind of gravitate to that more and more all the time.
Yeah, and when I don't, I usually regret. Like when I look at like how many I'm getting rather than like the quality I'm getting, I usually regret. But
And the issue too is, and we got to make sure we're not putting ourselves ahead of what's really happening. So what I mean by that is just because things aren't selling, we go, oh, it's because of the economy. You know what? Sometimes you got to look at yourself too and say, are these things as popular as they once were? Because not just economy, but sometimes what people are buying shifts.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of factors you got to consider. Like is the and this is a great example. Is the comic book just kind of flooded because everybody got into it? Is that making the market shift? Or is the economy making the market shift? Is it a combination? You know what I mean? Like, what's really happening here? You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
um, so I think Randy's right though. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's condition. That's what they're going to do. I think money is tight, so you do have that as a factor. But I also wonder because comics have been hot for a long time, and a lot of people are talking about them and looking for them and putting them out there. Is that also affecting the market too? Because there's just so much out there, right? Or the burnout factor, or
I think the burnout factor is a bit of it, but
yeah.
because I think it hit a high and now it's kind of ebbed off a little bit.
But
That's my
why?
impression.
But
Well,
why?
it's because the fad changes, right? People want different things. So
But I also think economy and as well as that, you know what I mean.
yeah,
So
because high quality always there's always a huge difference. Like for my Roman coins,
yeah,
you could have the same emperor, same obverse, same coin type, and one can sell for 20 and one can sell for 5,000, and it's all condition.
yeah.
So
I think the good thing about comics, and I could be completely wrong here. The one thing about comics is I think they always are going to come back. And that's a personal hypothesis. That doesn't mean I'm correct. But comics are kind of one of those things that if you're 10 years old now, by the time you're 2025, you're still going to appreciate the comic.
mm,
Do you think so or no?
I think so to an extent. Like each generation can appreciate the power of the superhero, right? And that's not going to change. It's not going to like that culture is always like there's going to be always a group interest in that. I think
Because if
it's
you look
something
at
innate to humanity.
Smurfs or My Little Pony or something like that, that's kind of a nostalgic thing. So
Yeah,
that can
He-Man is a good
eventually,
example of that too, right?
yeah. But the comic, the comic is something that,
Spider
oh,
Man is always popular with young kids,
yeah,
right?
but I mean, you could be 10 now, but when you're 30, I think you could still get in it because there's
Yeah,
a lot of factors in there. Art,
I
it
still
could
read
be a
comics.
factor. The
Yeah,
coolness of it,
yeah,
they display well, right? Like
yeah.
they display well, and you know, what's the best selling comic right now? Well, the Superman from what, the very first one from the 40s or 30s or whenever Superman started.
Mm,
Like, so those people didn't like all of a sudden's, that's too old of a comic for me. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, that's
Like
collector grade. Yeah, that's investment grade, I should say.
and
Yeah,
yeah, so that's,
coins are the same way. There's investor grade,
are
which is
you
the
sure
best
there's
of the
no
best of the
Romans
best.
from the 1700s that buy it for nostalgia?
What?
Of course, it's a, I would.
1700? What do you mean? I don't even know
Well,
what you
when
mean.
are the Roman coins? Or, like how many years ago would have the Roman coins?
2000 years ago
2000? Okay, there you
or even
go.
more.
Even more. There you
There's
go.
the Republican and the Imperial and yeah.
So, yeah, 2000, like you're talking like Jesus era.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, nobody's buying nostalgia, I don't think, from that time.
Oh, who's still alive, you mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they're gone unless there's a vampire dude running around who likes collecting Roman coins for some reason.
Who knows anymore, dude? Who knows, right? Um, they're underground with the lizard people as far as I know.
Yeah, vampires, lizards.
Um, but yeah, so they're still doing nostalgia. Yeah, that's interesting.
Uh yeah, the
All right.
wealthy will always buy, but they want better quality for sure. Right.
Um, deciding factor, new conditions. Did I read it all?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll read the next one. eBay and Randy from as well. eBay and Zonos should team up. Carl, I think Scott has something there. Yeah, no, Scott, and you are completely wrong on that. Completely wrong.
We don't know, dude. Time will tell.
I know you're wrong.
Don't. You never know. You never
No,
know.
I know.
I'm with Randy.
Well, you can be both wrong. That's perfectly fine.
Scott, that buyer is likely playing dumb. Tell her to open a case with eBay.
Can you remind me of the case? Remind me of the case you're talking
This
about?
is the frog telephone,
Yeah.
and she didn't receive it at the time. It was just sent out, and she said that she didn't mean to buy it because what she paid for it wasn't the
Oh
discounted
yeah.
price that she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
told she was to get.
Yeah.
Um, and then she got it, and then she wanted the rate. She talked to E, blah 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 blah. So I agree with you, Randy, but you know what? It was such a small amount, and I still made some money on the phone. Although, probably $5-10 or whatever after whatever. So she ended up, instead of paying $50, she paid $25. I reimbursed her the difference, and I just got it out of my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I blocked her, obviously. Um, I was going to challenge a little bit on it or reimburse her and get eBay involved. And you know what? I'm not there. Like maybe a year ago, I would have been more apt to challenge it on it, but now I just don't care right now. Like I just wanted it done and over with. So $25, here you go. Try the phone.
That's kind of me with this My Little Pony. Like I'll fight it, but I'm not going to fight it hard.
Yeah, because it's just like
Not worth it.
where where has it just become another issue in my head, you know? So where so I just but I don't disagree with you, Randy. That's probably the way I probably would have done that pre all this de minimis stuff, but right now I'm just kind of mentally moved on a little bit from that. So I am going to keep reselling. I'm going to keep digging and buying, and I get my stuff cheap enough that I'm gonna start selling to dealers, right? Like, um, I'll probably have a bit of a turnaround, a bit of a change in exactly what I buy and
Yeah.
how I buy it, but I'm gonna have my booth still. If I find that rarity, like a VHS tape that I can get $400 on eBay, it's going on eBay. I'm still gonna have my account, but there's gonna be some changes coming up that I'll talk about as we get further into the show, or like later on down the road. But for now, I'm just I think there's just so much changes and stuff like that for me at this time of my life. I just think there's other options that I need to kind of focus on.
Yeah.
But I am not going to quit buying, and I'm not going to quit selling. I'm just going to change it up a little bit, which I think I've been doing the groundwork for that kind of changes, and surprisingly, it's been going well. So I think I think that's how it goes going forward.
Yeah. Well, when
Something
you feel
for
comfortable, we'll have a good episode on it. So,
Well, it's not that I don't feel comfortable. It's just I don't want to say something that changes a week from now and then changes again 2 weeks from now.
yeah, you're not solid in your thoughts yet. Yeah.
Well, that's not 100% true, Carl. And
Okay.
I mean, I think my thoughts are solid. It's just how it plays out could change. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, hey, if it continues the way it's in my thoughts are, that's great. That's bonus. But like, do I have two booths? Do I have one booth? I don't know. That could change. I don't know. Right? So, do I do shows or no shows? Do I do just to resellers, collectors? Like, what other avenues do I use? Those could all change. Like Facebook Marketplace. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that could change. So, does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But I think my thoughts are pretty much there. I think I thought it out quite hard. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, go on, Carl.
Bu- 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 Doing it wrong. K-shaped economy. It's just rich gain richer, poor gain poorer. It isn't a new concept, but it's killing people more and more. Yeah, I agree. That yeah, K-shaped. Yeah, exactly. Rich gain inequality gain worse, which is rich gain richer and poorer gain poorer. It's been going on since at least Reagan, in
Like
my opinion.
I would even say when he's like at least Reagan, like I think the K shaped is just I, I think this is my opinion. So you can shoot the messenger or not, I don't know, whatever. But I'm just saying like I think it's just a fancy way to give a description of something. I think obviously there's poor people, there's rich people. They're always going to stay that demographic. I think we've always we I don't remember a time when they never said that they're always said that the middle class is shrinking and you're either rich or you're poor. I think that's been going on in the US probably longer than Canada. At least when you traveled there, you used to see very poor areas and then you would see mansions and rich people and money, like the way some things are spent down there is just amazing. Like even in colleges, universities, just in sports, like They've always been. I mean, we used to go down there for little film festivals, and they put such a big show on, a big production. Like it's amazing, but that's a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, like I know the K shape kind of sums it up for some people, but I think it's just a fancy term to describe something that's just natural.
Well, I think is it K-shaped economy or K-shaped recovery? I can't quite remember. Like,
I think it doesn't matter. You can use it either way. I think it's just a fancy term that means nothing. It just means
well,
that it just. I think it's a fancy term to describe something to make people feel good about it. Like I, here's the
let's
bottom.
not feel good about it because it's not a good
Well,
thing.
if it's a recovery, you know, I,
Yeah, but the point
or
being that,
or understand. Like, dude, tell me this. In the 70s, there was a lot of more poor people, but there was also a lot of wealthy people. So, like, is it always a K shape?
yeah, but that's different. Like,
In what way?
well, the K-shaped recovery is like things are getting better, right? But only getting better for one portion of the population. That's the K. For some people,
Okay,
it's actually getting worse, and while
okay,
other people are getting better.
but it's always like that.
No, there's been times when the income for the lower portion was actually increasing at a good amount, not decreasing.
I mean, anytime they have ever done that kind of stuff, it's short term. So here's the way I look at it. I don't think there was ever this recovery thing. I think there was in the 70s. I remember to buy a VHS a VCR, you pay like four, five, $700. Now you can get them for like, well, eventually you can get them for like 50, $60. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I think once we introduced a lot of that kind of buying stuff from China or like those imports, I think that didn't increase things. It's not like our wages increased. It's just what we were buying was cheaper in a
I'd have
lot of in a lot
I,
of ways.
I'd have to go back and check because I think there were time periods when wages were increasing for the
Oh,
bottom
wages
half.
wages are always increasing, dude.
Yeah, and I'm not just
So is
talking about
inflation. Like
not.
look at the
Yeah, I'm
price of
talking
gold. Look at the
inflation
price of
adjusted.
gold, right?
Yeah, I'm talking inflation adjusted, but I would have to go look again because I can't keep that stuff in my head for very
Well,
long.
I just think there's so many things that take place. Like look at the price of food. Look at the price of what you need, your needs, not wants, your needs.
Yeah,
Like that's all inflation. When you pump up gas prices, it affects farming, fertilizers,
yeah,
uh, transporting the goods, keeping them cold, refrigeration.
yeah.
There's a lot of factors that are in play there.
That's why we always have to use inflation adjusted numbers.
So to say that there's a like it's a K shaped recovery, like I that's not really a recovery then. You know what I
Well,
mean?
what they're saying is some people during this recovery are doing a lot better, and then some people during this recovery, quote unquote, are doing worse. They're
Because
not recovering at all. They're getting worse.
like if the economy is going down, there's no recovery.
Well, you could have the economy overall, right, getting better, but all the benefits are going to one subset of the
But our
population.
economy is not getting better.
Well, some people are doing very well in the stock market.
That doesn't mean our economy is doing better. Some people do good in I mean, if you're shorting stock market, I mean that could like if the stock market was going down. I'm not saying that's the case here,
Right.
but if your investments are in gold, you could be doing good and stuff like that. But if you're bad, you're not going to have money to invest to begin with.
That's the point.
Well, I think that's not really the point, to be honest. Like, I think a K shaped recovery or economy, whatever you want to call it, excuse me. I'm just saying that the rich are always doing good, and if they're getting richer, they could be taking advantage of a non-recovery.
They could. That's also true.
Yeah. So, which is probably likely the case here. And if you're investing in the Dow, you're not investing in, for the most part, you're not investing in Canada, right? So countries can have different views on what their economy is doing, right? Different results. So if the Dow's doing good, the jobs are flooding over there, people are leaving Canada to go there to work. That doesn't mean we're doing good. That means they're doing good. The Dow's going up. Investments by the wealthy or a certain level of people within those investments into the American economy are getting benefited from that. But that doesn't mean we're as a country doing well.
Yeah, and the K-shaped economy is really about. It's not country versus country. It's more like the internals of a
I
country.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. But
So like,
that's what I'm saying though. Like, so if the wealthy are doing well, but they're investing in other countries and they're benefiting from that, well, they're not really recovering. They're just doing well because they've diversified outside of Canada.
yeah, I
Right.
wouldn't get caught up too much in the economy versus recovery thing. I can't even remember which one it is.
Well, I think you did say the K-shaped recovery. Like, I
Yeah, I
don't
think
care
so. I
how
think I
you
did.
want to use
Yeah.
it. I just think that I just think
The bottom line is inequality is getting worse. That's it. That's actually what doing it wrong here says, right? He says it, rich gets richer, poorer gets poorer,
but I
right?
think
And
that's always been the case, dude. I
I don't
think
think so. I don't
I
think
think so.
so.
I think so.
I always think there's been obviously a big difference, but I'd have to go back and look at the economics. I can't quite remember because it's not static. There are time periods where, you know,
Like, I'm not saying there isn't booms where people have been doing good that normally wouldn't have been, or there is an opportunity for people at different times and stages. Like, that's what a boom is about,
yeah.
right? But that doesn't mean that there wasn't always people doing poorly. You know what I mean? It
Well, yeah,
may,
there's always
the
people doing
line may
poorly.
have shifted a little bit up or down, but there's still people doing poorly and there's still people
Oh
doing
yeah,
doing
that's
well.
not changing. That's never been different. Yeah, that's always been true. I'm
Yeah.
not denying that. I'm
So
just talking about the.
I just think K, to me, K is just a fancy term. It's just a fancy way of saying things. I don't know. That's me. That doesn't mean you guys don't use it. That's fine. For me, I don't use it. I don't I think I see it differently. My visualization of things are different than the K. Like, I can
Okay.
understand the K shaped, but I think that K is always there. It's just a fancy way of describing something that's natural anyway.
Well, that's what doing it wrong says here too.
Well, then read on, Carl.
Uh, in my opinion, what's been going on in the past 2 years is an accelerant. Uh, AI is simply a squeeze on the bottom side of the K. They're kicking us while we're down.
And I don't think AI has even remotely started what it's about to do. Personally, that doesn't mean I'm right. Heck, it might even create jobs at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows? But I think we're about to see it get a lot worse. Personally,
I think we're. I think yeah. I think there has been people affected for sure, but the people. What it's really hurt is people just starting their careers because a lot of that beginning work has been really affected by AI because that's the stuff that's been easiest to take out.
I think the problem with AI, not even a problem. I think the reason I think that we're about to get, like, we haven't even felt anything what we're about to feel is because I don't think the infrastructure is there for it yet. I think there's a lot of learning the AI has to do. How fast that takes is anyone's guess. Is it 6 months? Is it 5 years? I don't know.
And I
But
think, yeah, I think we're still trying to figure out what AI is good at and not good at too, right?
well, what it's not good at today could be good at tomorrow,
Could
right?
be,
So,
maybe, right?
right. So, and I am in the unknown camp. I'm just thinking that, especially for infrastructure, like if you just look at a car factory or any factory, like it's set up for humans. So if we make robots to do what humans do, it could take longer. But if we revamp a factory so it's set up for functioning AI where they don't have to act like or humans, they can act robotically in different formats. So instead of having somebody drive a tow motor, like a forklift or a tow motor, right now they could use an AI operated thing, but it doesn't look human. It looks like a tow motor or a forklift, but it's still a robot that operates through AI. So if the infrastructure of these factories were to change so that robots, AI robots that aren't human looking, but are very functioning in a different look. Am I making sense, Carl?
Yeah, we've already had that, like, with the Amazon warehouses
Right.
where they already have, and they've had them for years, the robots that bring the inventory to the worker, right?
Because those things don't have to operate like a human.
Exactly,
But
right.
all
And
our
that's where
infrastructure for grabbing stuff out of a cell, taking it, putting it into another cell, grabbing something out of the thing and adding it to that cell, have the doors close, the other robots welding it just in the weld shop at a car factory. That is designed for a human to do that job. So therefore, if a robot was to come in and do that job the way it's set up, it would basically have to operate like a human. But if that whole system was changed, the infrastructure was changed so that an arm could come down, grab something out of a bucket, put it there, that was AI integrated, and it no longer has to look and operate like a human because the infrastructure had changed to make it more desirable for an AI arm or system. Are you following me so far?
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah. So
so so I think the infrastructure is going to change to be more, or you're just going to make robots that are more humanistic, human operating like a
and that's all possible. And but for me, I think the first things for AI is actually going to be non-robotics. It's going to be systems that are going to be radically changed
well,
because that's easier than
I
robotics.
think it's a I think we're I think this is a upside down V-shaped setup because like if you go from the bottom, I think, and you go up, I think they're going to eventually meet. I think both things are happening at the same time, to be honest. Which
Yeah,
comes
that,
first? Maybe what you're saying comes a little bit ahead of the other, but I
well,
think
we use non-robotics AI, you and me, right, all the time.
yeah,
So, and I'm not saying there
ChatGPT.
isn't huge strides in robotics too. I'm just saying I think the big
Like I mean, I
impact.
think a self-driving car is a robot.
Yeah, don't have it yet though.
Yes, they do.
Self-driving, not that
Yeah,
I know of, on roads with people, not that I
dude,
know
you
of.
can go on YouTube and see people driving in self-driving cars all the time.
Yeah, they call it self-driving, but they're not there yet. You can't go in your car and go to sleep and wake up in New York City.
I didn't say that, but
Well, self-driving car, like I'm
the car
saying,
does drive itself, dude.
yes, I could put a brick on the accelerator and it's self-driving, but
No,
it'll be
no,
fine
that's
until it
not
hits something.
self-driving. That's not self-driving.
I'd be sarcastic,
Yeah, but
but they're
it'll
not.
drive. It'll stop at a stoplight or a stop sign. It'll stop when a pedestrian. It'll go when it's supposed to.
Hopefully,
It'll do a right turn and a left turn.
dude, believe me, I want this all to be true.
But if you're saying, well, they're not mistake free, well, neither is a human.
No, but they're not close to mistake free.
Well, neither are humans.
They're not close to human levels of driving yet.
Are they not?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I want it to be true, believe me.
Because I've seen it on YouTube where guys have had these cars and they've driven from Michigan to North Carolina with no problems. They had two issues, and one of them was backing up to a charging station. It didn't back up exactly right. So that to me isn't even one of a problem.
If they're given simple things, yes. But anytime anything unusual happens, like snow, a lot of rain, someone driving,
I'm
a
talking
weird road.
Yeah. Dude, if you
these
bring in
things are not.
snow and rain, people stop learning how to drive. My mom won't even go out in the dark. She won't drive a car in the dark. Like
I'm not sure what that has to do with this, but
well, I'm just saying there's people that don't drive well in dark. They don't drive well in snow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is it's just because it doesn't do well in those circumstances doesn't mean that it isn't possible for a car to drive itself. What car? Those taxis are driving themselves.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not developing the technology. I'm just saying it's not there yet.
I think it is there. I think it's going to get better. I think there's.
I agree with that.
There's room for improvement.
Oh, I agree with that.
But it is there.
I don't think it's there yet, but I want to be wrong. Believe me, Scott. I want to be wrong so badly.
I think you are wrong. I mean, I don't know how you say it's not there. It's already proven.
Because I can't go. I can't. Anyways, well, we're in circles now.
I mean, it might not be at the level that you want it to be. I don't think it's mistake free by any chance.
It will never be 100% mistake free. I don't expect that level of perfection. I'm just saying they're not even at the level of a new driver yet.
But it is doing it. It is happening. It is.
Oh, I'm not denying that. I'm not saying it's not getting better.
It's farther advanced than I ever thought I'd see in my life.
Well, that could be true too, but that's still not there yet.
But what's there yet then?
Driving at least as good as a human.
Okay. I never said it was there. But
and that's my definition of there, right?
Okay. Okay, so let's back it up a little bit, Carl. Can cars drive themselves? Yes or no?
What's your definition of drive themselves?
What is it? Either can or it can't.
Well, like when you say drive your, like I'm saying, like what does that even, like you're asking me the question, but I need to understand what you mean by that.
Can a vehicle without human intervention reverse out of a driveway, go down a road, stop at a stop sign, do all the proper speed limits, operate and function properly through traffic, obeying all the laws required driving and operating a vehicle? And can it do it without any human intervention? Even on a clear day, like just a nice, clear, sunny day, could it not make itself drive through a city for an hour? Drive from St. Thomas to Ottawa. Could a vehicle do that? Yes or no? Right as it stands right today.
No.
Then you're wrong.
I think it's possible that it could do a run and be fine.
Yeah.
But that's not the same as being dependable and being able to do it like over and over and over again.
I'm not expanding any expectations other than could it be done today?
Like on a, you send 100 out and one makes
it. You can twist it how you want. It's a yes or no.
It is important. It is not yes or no.
Yes, it is. Could a vehicle today without any human It, you're lying. You're
I'm not
misinformed.
lying. I just
You're
don't think you're
misinformed.
right.
You're misinformed.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right.
I'm totally right.
Right.
Anybody in the comments, go check it out. You can watch vehicles drive themselves for
Yeah.
hours at a time, for distance,
I'm not.
long distances at a time,
Yeah.
without a human touching, interrupting, interfering, touching the
I'm not
steering
saying
wheel,
you can't
hitting the
have a run
brakes.
like that. I'm just
What's
saying you
that?
can't depend on it. I'm not saying
And
you won't
you
get
can't
lucky and
depend
have a
on
run.
you can't depend on any humans. That's not where I'm going. Is it possible for a vehicle to self drive itself from this distance, from here to Ottawa? And the answer is yes. Yes, it can. Today, it can. Could it get in an accident? Yes. So could a human. Could it reliably do it 1,000 times without a problem? Neither could a human. But could it do it? Yes. Is it better than a human? Never said that. Never said it was better than a human. I never said it was more reliable than a human. All I asked is, could it be done today? And the answer is simply yes, it could. Yes, it can. Could it be done 20 years ago? No. Not unless there was some technology out there that the military was using from
Well, DARPA was big into this.
well, I that's out of my knowledge base. So I'm just saying, but can it be done today, commercial, like in a like in our environment? Yes. I don't know how you can argue that.
Well, like I said, you can have a lucky run. I'm just saying you can't rely on it.
But it can still do it. And
Yeah,
it's not a lucky
but
run. Like
it's not saying. Anyways, I don't want to keep going on.
it's just can it drive itself? It can.
Because we have a difference in opinion of what self-driving really entails. That's why. So,
I'm just asking a simple question. Could the
yeah, but it's not
vehicle
a simple question. You're asking a simple question, but the answer is complicated.
I don't think so. I don't think it's
I know
complicated
you
at
don't
all.
think so. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's could the vehicle self drive itself from here to Ottawa without a problem, without human
Like
intervention?
I've used the self-driving in my car, and it can
What?
get me.
What? It doesn't exist, Carl. It doesn't exist.
Yes, but your definition is weird. It's your own
No,
definition.
I
Of
don't
what
think
you're
it
reading.
is. I don't
I
think
know
it
you
is.
don't think it is. That's why we're at this loggerhead because
Yeah, because the car can drive itself.
it's like could if the definition is could my car back out of my driveway, and is that self-driving? The answer is
I,
yes, it can do
that's not
that.
where I stopped. I
I know,
said, could it back out of my driveway, go
yes,
down the
that's
street,
my
obey
point.
all
Okay,
traffic laws,
right.
and be accident and zero mistake? Can it be mistake free and go from St. Thomas to Ottawa? Yes, it could. Does
It
it mean it
could,
will? Does it mean it will every time? No, I never said that.
and
I
that
said
to me is what you need for self-driving is the every time, not as good as a human.
okay. But
Right.
what I'm saying, Carl,
I know
is
what you're saying.
is
You're
it
saying can it drive from here to there, right,
yeah,
without getting into an accident?
and
Yeah,
obeying all
and
laws.
all being yes, yes. The answer to that is yes.
Okay, that's
It
all I.
could do
That's
that.
all I'm saying.
It's a possibility.
Right. It's not a
But
possibility.
that's
It
to
totally could.
me,
It can do it.
it can do it, but
Yeah.
that to me is not the definition of self-driving. That means you had a lucky run. It has to be much more than that.
What was the lucky run?
That if it didn't have an issue along the ways.
Doing what?
Driving.
Itself?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Getting to
that's,
a situ-
that's my point. That's my
Yeah, I know,
point.
but my point being is self-driving is much more than a lucky run.
You're changing it. You're
Why not?
deflecting from what I'm saying.
Right.
All I'm saying is that's all I said. Could a vehicle do that? If it can,
Yes.
we do have self-driving cars. Are they
No, because
reliable?
self-driving cars is not the same definition of what you just said. They're two different things.
Did the car drive itself? That's it.
Yes, but it doesn't matter because the self-driving, we have
Oh my
definitions of
God.
that stuff.
Oh
You
my
don't
God.
know about it though. That's my point. It's like you don't understand that, right? That is
I
not
totally
the same
understand that. I don't know what you're. I don't understand you, Carl. I don't
thing. Well, I
understand you.
understand you and your goddamn hat.
I'm just saying we have self-driving cars.
Right.
If they can do that, are they reliable? Are they in the stage to the point where we can count on them and go to sleep or pick up a drunk driver or whatever like that outside of what is in LA with the Moto or whatever that car company is?
Waymo, yeah.
Waymo. But but is it possible? 100% it's there. Is it at that level? No, it's not. I never said that. I just said we do have self-driving vehicles. We do. We have that ability.
Yeah,
Does it need
yeah.
improvement? 100%. Yes, it does. But anyways, kicking us when we're down, we still got another
Oh God, damn it. Okay.
paragraph.
Thanks, doing it wrong. Oh, there's a whole bunch more here. Let me just read this. Woo. Okay. I'm not seeing any of my small tchotchkes selling. It's really only the expensive stuff and the subsistence stuff. Yeah, tchotchkes I try not to pick up anymore. I don't like them. You know, like the little trinkets and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, mostly because it doesn't interest me. We're already here. High quality $100 Murano sells for me. Small $10 Japanese occupation trinkets aren't. Oh my God, yes. And those are so tempting to me at the beginning. It's like, oh, this thing is cool and old, but no one wants it.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
be
with some
honest.
exceptions.
I'll be honest here, Carl.
Yeah.
I never could sell that stuff anyways.
There's,
I first of
yeah.
all, I'm not going to put that on eBay
No,
because
no.
it has to be, for me to make sense, has to be 30 or above. Although you will see the odd thing like a card from like a trading card. Maybe I got 19 or $20 on it because those are different shipping things and
Yeah.
it's a different
The math
animal.
is different. Yeah.
But I never sold that kind of stuff anyways. Not even out of the booth, I wouldn't go with Occupy Japan. I've never done well with that kind of stuff. I don't do well with a lot of like ceramics and tchotchke stuff like that.
Yeah.
If it's like Fred Flintstone or if it's a Royal Dalton or if it's like it's got a different aspect to it, like a pulp culture type thing, or then it'll do okay sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, even salt and pepper shakers would
Yeah.
do okay if they're from the 30s or 40s, maybe.
I just don't
But
even want them, to be honest, because it doesn't fit what I want to
it
sell.
doesn't fit. I think it's so that one's like I'm not disagreeing with doing it wrong. In fact,
Well,
if I
we're kind of
remember
agreeing.
correctly, doing it wrong is from Kentucky or kind of the U.S. in that area. If I'm wrong, doing it wrong, let me know. But I think that was like probably a year or two ago when you had mentioned that. But I think that's where you're from, and I think that would be interesting to see how the U.S. If you feel comfortable putting a comment on how the U.S. is doing, because from what I understand from here, it looks like the U.S. is doing okay and is about to do much better. And I think we were doing okay, but I think now we're getting bad, and I think we're about to do much worse. For whatever reason, I don't want to get into that, but I'd be interested, especially hearing this, that you're finding higher quality items are doing better. But I think there's a difference between comparing Murano with Occupation Japan, anyways. Personally, that was my experience. Like I've never done well with Occupation Japan.
Yeah, I
Well,
think he's
Murano
just giving
glass
an
sells,
example.
like especially glass fish. I sell Murano glass, paperweights. I've
Paper
always
rates, yeah. I
I've
think he's
always been
giving an
able to.
example there, right? He's giving an example of two things in those
Yeah,
four
but
things he's talking about.
and I understand that, but at the same time, I think I would have to. I'd have to like that's apples to oranges in my experience. You'd have to almost compare apples to apples to really understand the economy, right? Is all that's just me, right? Like if I had a nice porcelain post office sign and the condition was mint and it sold for $500, and then I had another one that I'm trying to get $100 for and it's rusted, it's got a couple bullet holes into it, that kind of thing, and I couldn't get $100 for it. That's where I think the problem is. The condition one's still getting primo money, But even the one that's knocked down, I can't get rid of for a lot lesser price, a
Yeah.
heavily discounted price because of the condition. I think that's more, and I could be wrong there. Like I could even tell myself right now that I'm wrong because
No, you're talking about the bottom of the market is kind of weaker now.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So that's all I'm. And correct me if I'm wrong, doing it wrong. Like if you see it differently, trust me. Carl tells me I'm wrong all the time. You
Yeah.
hear it first hand on the
That's
show.
wrong. I don't do that.
Yeah, you do.
That-
But anyway,
that's the joke.
and then we go into a tangent for half an hour. But but I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just wonder if it's maybe those two examples don't really represent the economy properly. Like if you're saying the $30 paperweights that used to sell like crazy aren't selling, but the $100 plus Murano glass is still selling like those fish and stuff like that. That would be kind of more of an indicator for me. I don't know, Carl. Any thoughts?
Well, I think what he's saying is that the expensive, good quality stuff
Is still
is
desired.
still selling because those people still are willing to spend money. But the kind of small, cheap, non-subs, like the optional stuff, the cheap stuff, isn't selling anymore.
But my point was, I never could sell that stuff anyways.
Well, he's talking about it. I think he's talking about it even in general, just the small things that people would pick up. He's saying that market for him is weaker.
Okay.
It was never super strong
So
because there's
so
a reason
so
something's worth $100. It's worth $100, right?
so
It's just
so
that,
my focus on the occupation Japanese stuff was probably too much because he's just given an example of overall
yeah,
that level of
that's the
stuff.
kind of things at the lower end of the market and something at the higher end of the market.
Okay. Like because if I was to say like here's a $5 keychain, I'm still selling keychains for $5.
Yeah,
And those are a much lower end item. But I can still sell keychains for $5,
yeah, it might be. Yeah,
right?
it's not like necessarily every single thing, of course.
And comic books, I mean, if I put fresh new comic books in there and they're kind of your 70s, 80s for $3, $4 a piece, or my DVDs, like they're still selling, right? I still sell them. And
Yeah,
they're the lower end stuff, right? Um, so I think I'm not saying I'm not saying doing it wrong is wrong. I'm just thinking I'm thinking more of the it still depends on what it is, right? Because I couldn't sell that stuff anyways. Like I sold two books, $3 each. Um, a fishing pole for 20. I'm just going through some things I sold out of the booth that are cheaper. Um, CDs are $4 a piece. One, two, three, four, five, six of them sold. One guy would have came in for that. Comic for $3. Like I still sell some of those smaller stuff,
yeah, those are all have purpose though. Like a CD, you listen to, a comic you read.
like
It's not
books.
just gonna sit on your shelf and sit there, right?
Yeah, I guess he did say tchotchke. What do I got for tchotchke? I don't really sell that. I never really did do good with that. Like if you're talking like a brass bell, like those will sell. I usually
Yeah,
put 12.95 on those.
yeah, those sell for me too at that
Um,
level.
but you know what does sell?
Funko
Gold and
Pops,
silver.
right?
No matter how small it is. I sold a fanny pack for $10. Um, yeah, yeah, the tchotchke things. I'm still looking for a tchotchke that would sit on the shelf.
Like
Ainsley
precious
Bell,
moments, that sort of thing, you know?
yeah, an Ainsley Bell, which was like a ceramic or porcelain bell, $5.
Yeah, see that I wouldn't sell either.
An Ainsley creamer for 5.
Yeah, that stuff I don't like selling.
That would have been the same buyer buying them both.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll get that stuff in a lot,
Yeah,
and
those
I'll put it out there, but now I'm much more likely just to, I don't even want it in the booth in the first place.
those,
Not that it
those
won't
came off a
sell.
lot for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Not that it won't sell. It's just that I don't even want it. You know?
A resin Lucky Frog. Now this is
Yeah.
a Chinese thing that you put a coin in its mouth thing.
Yeah. I still like little
12.95.
turtles and stuff like that sometimes, but it's like usually it's not stuff I picked up. It's stuff that I'll just throw it in the booth and give it a chance
Yeah,
rather than a purposeful buy.
yeah. Clay pottery owls. Oh, I know what those were. They labeled them wrong. Oh, those sold. Three of them for $10 a piece.
That's a lot.
Um, what it was macrame. They had the hole
Oh
in them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they were resin. They weren't clay. Why would they call them clay pottery owls? Oh, and maybe they were the Mexican pottery owls. That's probably what they were then. Okay. Okay, well I'm glad those are going. Because those are tchotchke things. Clay pottery owls. I sometimes I don't know if they just type it in. Like I don't
Yeah,
know what exactly,
that's
but that's what it's going to be.
right. I
But
want to
we
actually
were
get a
at
little. I want to put a little more expensive things in the booth because I feel
yeah.
right now I have too much cheap stuff, but it's easy to find cheap stuff.
But if it's the tchotchke things, I can understand what he's saying then. Huh? Okay. All right. Doing it wrong. And just finish off the comment there, Carl.
Uh, I know these are quote unquote my style of product, but copy this into your product types and you'll find the same thing happening.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's basically just saying what we just said that,
Yep.
uh,
Okay.
for me too, with the booth is I care much more about the style of the booth, where obviously on eBay, I don't care, but on eBay, I do what you do as well, which I'm trying to put things on there that's only is worth at least 30 or 40, 35, $40, unless it's like brand new packaging stuff, because I can't be bothered otherwise.
Well, the thing that I'm that's triggering. Um, the thing that is interesting to me, or more taking my attention from my brain, is the fact that doing it wrong is from the U.S. and what they're seeing on their end. Because I haven't watched many, if any, I haven't watched any American YouTubers. I haven't watched any reselling guys except for Jamie lately. To be honest with you,
Not even
I,
Lonnie.
I Harry, if you're listening, I have to go watch you, buddy. I haven't even watched Harry's show, so I honestly do not know how their selling is going.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Harry would be a good one to go and watch because he sells a lot like the kind of stuff I like to sell and look for. And I'm wondering how he's doing because Harry, congratulations, Harry, but at the end of the month, I think he retires.
Oh wow, it's finally here.
Yeah. So I'll like some of his posts on Instagram and stuff, and we'll send stuff back and forth. But that doesn't show me what his picking and reselling is doing.
Mm. So you're not watching Lonnie and Candace there though? No.
Nope, I haven't watched anybody.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know
kind of
how they're doing.
kind of just been off in my own little world,
Well,
really.
we're kind of distracted now by.
Yeah, a lot of things going on. I'm just busy. It's summertime, so you're outside a lot too, right? So you're
Oh,
not
speaking
indoors.
of, we gotta cut it because I gotta go meet my dad in
Oh,
about half an hour. So
oh, dude, we got 40 minutes left then.
yeah, I gotta have a shower.
All right.
But
Okay. All right.
well,
Fine, Carl. Fine.
thank you doing it wrong.
Shut it down at 2 hours.
Yeah,
Fine.
no, right, eh?
Randy's gonna be upset.
Oh, he'll forgive.
Yeah. Thanks for the comments, everyone. And doing it wrong. Let me know how you see things going on there. Um, be interesting to know. Um, anything else, Carl?
No, I think that's it. I've
That's
been
it.
very busy dealing with other things, so this is all. I'm still doing stuff. It's just not my priority right now, but it'll be different in a month or so.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be kind of in the same boat for different reasons, but yeah. Um, okay. All right. Well, I'm going out. I got my route all picked out for a yard sale this week, so
No, there you go.
I can't. I got a weather vane last week. That was a good. I like the weather vane. Um, what else did I get? I know I forgot some things there for a bit, but I think the gold and silver just kind of.
Oh crap! I gotta go because my dad's gonna be here actually in 5 minutes.
All right, go shower.
Yeah.
All right, everyone have a good week. Carl, have a good week. See you next
Yep.
week. Buy lots, sell lots. Have a good week.
All the good stuff. Bye, everyone.